Is going on YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Well, today on the table in front of us is one of those knives that I chased for a long time and finally got, but it turns out I don't love it that much, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Well, let's start with what it is. This is the WE Chimera, and don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful, functional, interesting knife. It really is. It is comfortable in hand. The blade is just gorgeous. That large fuller that runs the length of the blade means that you can spidey flick this thing. The action on the flipper tab is without fail. It snaps out beautifully. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this knife, and yet I just don't carry it very much, and I'm not 100% sure why. Part of me thinks it is in an effort to make this knife have sort of a uniform style. You know, I don't know. They put these sort of like fang/crack marks in the handle, designed, I think, to make it look a little worn, but really, those aren't that comfortable. They're kind of sharp. That's just me, of course. It's got holes drilled into the scales. I don't know why. They don't really serve any purpose except to catch crap. It does have a beautiful floating backspacer. I mean, really, really well done. But again, that's just a place for crap to build up. I don't know. I really thought I was going to love this knife, and I should. It ticks all of my boxes. You know, it is a big, kind of aggressive looking chunk of good steel and titanium. This one is in fact S35VN, whereas this is M390, but you get where I'm going with this. This is a typical WE build, and what I mean by that is that it is essentially flawless in its design. There's nothing wrong with this knife in any way, but for some reason, it just doesn't land in my pocket. The pocket clip is well done. It is well sorted and well thought out. It's got plenty of ramp. It's got a little spring to it. It's deep enough that it fits down even on large jeans. It has a lanyard hole, if that's your thing. It fits well in the hand. It fits spectacularly in the reverse grip. It fits exceptionally well for push cuts in this grip. The way that the blade is shaped allows you to get your finger forward and use all that belly for draw cuts. I should love this thing. I should. I just don't. I don't know why. I know I've said that, but it really is confusing to me. Let's take a look at the specs as we have them on the table so we know what we're talking about. We have 3 3/4 basically of cutting surface. We've got basically 4 inches of S35VN steel. It is running on bearings. It is all titanium. It's gorgeous. It is. And it should be everything I want in a knife. And yet, I just don't carry it. I think I've carried it twice since I got this at Blade Show. I guess that happens sometimes. A knife that we thought we were really going to want, that we thought was going to fill a space with us and be something that we really enjoyed, instead turns out to be great, but not great for us. Right? This is one of those knives. It is everything that I like in a knife. It is big. It is aggressive. It is well thought out and well sorted. It has an excellent pocket clip, and yet, when confronted with all of my other sort of high-end knife choices, and even some of my not so high-end knife choices, we will get to, this is another Tucson, we'll get to these in a bit, it just ends up not getting into my pocket. And I find that really confusing. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear down in the comments. Have you ever bought a knife that you thought was going to be just the most amazing thing ever, and then once you have, God, the action is so good. Once you get it in hand, get it home, it just ends up not being what you were expecting, or for some reason, just not getting the pocket time that you thought it would. That's this knife for me. I'll be clear one more time. There is nothing wrong with the WE Chimera. In fact, it is, by any measurable standard, a spectacular knife. And yet, I just don't carry it. I carry stuff like this more often. This was on the table a second ago. This is a Tucson. This is one of the TS models. This is 12C27 blade steel, considerably cheaper blade steel, but this goes in my pocket much more often than that does. I don't know why. I'd love to tell you I know why. I think that would make me a wiser YouTube overviewer / reviewer, but I honestly don't know. So here's what I'm going to do. For 1 week, my first week back at work, I'm going to carry this every day. Just this. And I'm going to see if I can figure out why I love it or don't love it. And then we will go from there. I will come back next weekend likely and do a short sort of overview on how my week went and share with you what I kind of ended up thinking. Between now and then, I would love to hear what you think. Why don't I love this knife? You guys have seen a lot of the knives on my channel. What do you think it is? I honestly don't know, but that's okay. We're going to figure it out. So between now and then, feel free to drop down in the comments why you think I don't carry this knife that much. And then tell me about knives that you bought that you thought you were going to love and you just end up not quite loving them the way you thought you were gonna. I'd love to hear about that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you here on a regular basis. Thanks for everything today. It's been great talking to you. Once again, this is A Therapeutic Edge. I'll see you next time.